How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? This is Griffin Murphy from docsports.com coming at you with a free college football selection for Saturday, October 25th, 2025. This matchup is between Boston College and Louisville. Let's jump right into this breakdown. Very intriguing total here. So we have a total sitting at 55.5. That is extremely high. And then we have Louisville laying a massive number, laying 25.5 points. And as we all know, last week, Louisville, they played the Miami, Florida, winning that game outright as a 13.5 point underdog, which was absolutely sensational. Something, though, that we really need to touch up on and something that I love to attack. That game was played on Friday. That was the massive game that went off Friday night. So that had more speculation on it than pretty much any of the games throughout the entire weekend. Obviously not all of the games, but we could for sure say there was public speculation on that game. And Louisville taking it to University of Miami, Florida, who's been just absolutely ridiculous, untouchable all season long, perfect. And Carson Beck, I want to say, threw 4 picks against this defense. Really caught mass speculation now. And then we roll into a game like this where you have a team like Boston College, who's 1-6 on the season. I will say, though, this Boston College team, despite how bad they are right now in terms of record, they are getting better, and they're playing competitive. They just played UConn in their most recent matchup at home, and they did lose that game in a 38-23 final. Boston College had them against the ropes the entire game, and UConn just started spiraling out at the end, and that was on the offensive side. In a game like this, though, the sequences are so weird. Obviously, Louisville, they're by far the better team in this sequence. There's nothing to talk about when it comes to core position. Not really sold on the coaching situation, I will say, over there at Louisville. But that total, sitting at 55.5 points, that's telling us something. That is telling us that Boston College is going to score points in this game. If Louisville is laying 25.5 and we have a total at 55.5, we're looking at a 30-point differential nearly here. So where is the 30 points that's leaving us in mysterious? Well, in my eyes, ladies and gentlemen, that is where the trap gets played, and this is where it's a letdown spot in my eyes for Louisville. I do not believe Louisville is going to come into this match. They're going to come into this matchup with all thoughts of, we're going to make a statement in this game, we're going to move to 6-1, and we are going to barrel Boston College in this matchup. And then after this, that's where it gets tricky. They have a huge game after this at Virginia Tech. I know the Hokies haven't been that great this season, but that game's in Blacksburg, and everybody knows nobody wants to play in Blacksburg because it gets absolutely ridiculous there. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are not going to fall for the trap. We are going to fade the public play here, and we are going to take Boston College plus 25.5 over Louisville, as I believe Boston College keeps this game a little bit more competitive and covers our 25.5 point differential. So that is my free selection to you guys. And just so you know, if you are a new member to Doc Sports, head on over to docsports.com/free60. There you can go grab yourself a free $60 account. You could use that free $60 on my premium selections. Those are my absolute best bets over at the website for free. Want to let you guys know before I get into anything, I am coming off of my worst football weekend of the entire season. I went 1-3 between college football and NFL combined. I lost my top play in college football. I lost my top play in the NFL. That was my game of the year. If you guys want to tune in on into the Gridiron Six-Pack on Wednesday, we release that show. I'm going to give a full dive of why I took who I took and why I took them and why I do not regret any of my calls, and I do it again over and over again. Just one of those situations. I'm recording these free plays a day early, so I'm not going to get into all of the repetitive system on why I took who I took 6 times in a row because it's already driving me crazy. And if you guys don't think it killed me, well, it absolutely did. Hurt my mind, hurt my bank, but at the same time, gave me that fire, ladies and gentlemen. Believe we are coming back next weekend, well, this weekend, I should say, with absolute dimes. I've already been doing my homework. I've already got 6 games circled up. 4 of them will make the card. So tap in by all means. You guys have my free 60 link, as well as we are taking Boston College as my free selection to you guys against the spread plus 25.5. And as always, this is Griffin Murphy from docsports.com. Best of luck to you guys this weekend, and once again, best bets.